everyone, Melissa here with timeclockwizard. In this video, I'll be showing you how to generate payroll. On the left menu of your dashboard, click on Payroll to open the Payroll screen. At the top of the page, you'll see a few options that you can use to generate payroll. You can filter by location, so where employees are scheduled to work, by job, so what positions employees work, by clock-in location, which is where employees clock in from, and by pay type, which will depend on the structure of your company. The drop-down menu here will change depending on which pay type is selected. For example, since weekly is selected, you'll see the previous weeks in this menu, but if month is selected, the menu will change accordingly. There is also an option to select a custom pay type, which will allow you to manually enter a pay period range. Now, say that I'd like to generate a weekly payroll for September 10th to September 16th. I'll select weekly in the pay type, choose the week, and then click on Generate Payroll. The system gives me an error saying that payroll has already been generated, which is true. Scrolling down to the payroll list, I can see that payroll was indeed generated for this week. All payroll previously generated will be displayed in this list, including other information such as the filters that were selected, total for hours and wages, who generated the payroll, and when. You also have the option to delete a payroll or print it. Going back to the top of the screen, I'll instead select September 24th to September 30th. Again, I receive an error, but this time, the system is notifying me that not all timesheets have been submitted, because there are some shifts without end times. This means that there are some employees who are still clocked in. If you're generating payroll at the end of the current week, all employees must be clocked out so that the system will have all of the totals needed. Now, let's say that I'll be taking off time for the next week starting today, but I'd like to pay my employees through yesterday. I'll select Custom for the pay type, and then enter September 25th to September 27th as the start and end dates. Then I'll click on Generate Payroll. A window will pop up displaying any possible errors that the system has detected. You'll receive a notification that payroll was generated, and it will also appear in the payroll list below. Again, you can delete a payroll if needed. Deleting a payroll does not delete any timesheets or employee records. It will only delete the payroll that was generated. To print the report, click on the printer icon. The report will display on a new screen where you can select a format type, and then click Export. For this example, I'll select PDF and then click Export. When I open the file, you'll see the payroll report, including totals, whether overtime was calculated, and shifts by each employee per day. If you have any errors while generating payroll, make sure to check your business settings. On the left menu of your dashboard, click on Settings to open your system settings. Next, click on the Payroll and Overtime tab. The first setting that you'll want to check is the one that says, what was the date of the last day of your last pay period? For our example, since we were generating payroll for the week of September 10th, this date needs to say September 9th or before. Additionally, you can use these settings here to set up any overtime that your company offers. Based on these settings, overtime is available and can be applied to all of my employees. However, if you would like to designate different overtime options for each specific employee, you can do so in an employee's profile. On the left menu of your dashboard, click on Employee to open your employee list. As an example, my employees have the option to receive overtime except Ben, so I'll click on his name to open his profile. Then I'll click on the Payroll tab. Here you can select payroll and overtime settings that will override what is designated in the Global Business Settings menu. For Ben, he does not get paid for breaks and he does not have the option to receive overtime benefits. Make sure to save your new settings. So if you have any errors while generating payroll, you'll first want to check your global settings. However, if you notice errors that are specific to one employee, review the payroll settings in their profile. That's the overview on how you can generate payroll. Of course, if you have any questions, you can click on the Lifesaver icon on the top right to access a tutorial of each page and each section of your dashboard. You can also contact us through the chat window at the bottom of your screen, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for watching and have a great day.